What's up, Angel City? It's your girl Panda here, and coming to you live from Burbank, California, and sitting all across LA County from me down in. You're still in Lawndale, right?
Yeah, and it's like one of those things where it's possibly 30 minutes, possibly 2 hours away from you. You never know.
You never know, but either way, we got Nina here. Of course, I would not do this without her,
Yay.
especially recapping this game and talking about what we're going to talk about today. I need an emotional support Nina with me today.
I
You have an
seriously, I
emotional
feel like,
support panda.
yeah, thank God for that because it was a sobering game and water.
Certainly wasn't sobering during. It's like a 6-hour long tailgate until the game started. So you can imagine how that went. And we kind of had an interesting vantage point of the game in this. It was kind of fun, actually. I mean, we got to
Bounce
bounce
around.
around. We watched the game from sunset, from supporters, from section 112,
18.
18. I don't know. We just bounced around. And then obviously Founders Club as well, where we're from.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
took Fan Appreciation Day to heart and we went and saw like the fans that sit everywhere other than where we sit. Like we spent the
We
entire
did.
game like seat hopping.
We were totally seat hopping, which is the perk of that good old media pass, where you can just kind of bounce around and you don't really have a seat, but you can definitely pony and cozy up next to friends and family and new friends. I feel like we made a lot of friends during this
We
game.
really did.
We
We were
really
feeling
did.
all kinds of social after all the sangria.
We did. We had sangria and social hour throughout this entire thing, which, as you said, it was fan appreciation night. So that was apropos, just to kind of get around and get close to people, make some new friends, and hopefully people that this will not be the last home game that they make it to, despite the result that happened. Unfortunately, spoiler alert. But
Yeah.
either way, we
Yeah.
are going to bring you a nice little recap of this because there were some great things that happened in this game. Honestly, I mean, it was not for a lack of effort. It was not because we didn't try. We definitely put it all out on the line, but we'll get into that. But we're also going to talk about some other things. We'll talk about the new collaboration with our sponsors in Angel City and what's going on and our thoughts on that. We're going to talk about the San Diego Wave issued a statement and came out with their disciplinary action for the fan that was not so nice to an ACFC fan.
Yeah.
Talk about, obviously, at the end, we'll go over the playoff picture, what it looks like, and how we still have a chance. I know there's some people probably sitting at home feeling defeated, feeling like that was it and that's over. But guess what? It's not. We're
Not
not
over.
done yet. And then we're
Right.
going to talk about our furry friend we made.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we start there?
You want to start with the good stuff?
I want to start with the cutest.
Let's start with the cutest stuff that we experienced. All right. So what we're talking about, and I will let you dive right into it. But
The
obviously,
cutest little.
she did not even wait for my intro. If you're watching YouTube right now, you will see what we're talking about. If not, you definitely want to pop on over to our YouTube and at least watch this portion of it because we found him, you guys. We found him.
The dog in question.
Oh my gosh. And
Oh
if you
my
guys don't know what we're
gosh.
talking about, I remember several home games ago, there was an amazing little fluffy doodle looking dog that popped up on the screen. And all I could think about the rest of the game was, where is this dog? I have to find this dog. I want to see this dog because it's just adorable. And I think it got even cuter since that first game. And yeah, tell everyone
my God.
how this all came to fruition.
Oh, I am obsessed. So we were walking in and we just gotten our media credentials and we're checking in through the game and we see the dog that we've been looking at for so many games and we got to meet Coda. And Coda does have an owner, but let's talk about Coda for a second.
Yes.
So Coda is a service animal and not typically in the media space, but today Coda got to be, or today, but over the weekend, Coda got to be media. And so we got to meet him and walk him all around. You can see this is us with Coda. Oh, well, that's not us, obviously.
Well, that is not us. That is
Coda
our
mom.
section with Coda.
But exactly, we got to take Coda up there and we got to hang out and get to know them. Look at this. It's literally the cutest thing ever. I am obsessed. So Allie is Coda's mom, and
Yes.
Coda is just the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah, no, they're both amazing. I mean, just the fact that she has little headphones for him because it's so loud in the supporters group, but he was holding it down, just doing his job, his service duty to his owner, and I loved it so much. And I think everyone else fell in love with Coda as much as we did. Just the pictures, everyone looks so happy. He looks happy. I just can't. It just melts my heart. And I mean, just another thing that I love about this club is obviously it's inclusivity, and that's another thing. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
we get to hang out with a puppy dog. One of my favorite things ever to do.
So
So if
cute.
you are not familiar with Coda Bear, it was Coda Doodle, I think is the name of the
Yes.
handle that was on there. Coda Doodle, Kodah
So cute.
Doodle. So cute. And his mama Allie, who is just the sweetest. I messaged back with her a little bit today, and yeah, so we're gonna use this podcast as a little therapy to get through this and everything. But just so happy to have met her and him. So yes, you
Yes.
guys, if you
Everybody
see
needed a
them,
Coda after that
yes.
match.
We all needed our own coda to get us through. You are correct. So, anyways, that was the cutest part of our day, I would definitely say. What else would you like to move on to?
Yeah, let's go with some new merch. I mean, we briefly mentioned this before,
Right.
but officially, the new Everyone Club merch is available now to purchase from Angel City. You don't have to go through Klarna anymore.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna have to.
yeah, you're gonna have to. It's
You're gonna have to use Klarna at least.
oh the price tag.
Oh, okay. So if you watch the little commercial that they put together for it, I mean, it does have a little bit of a bougie vibe with like the pearls around the necklace, like around her neck, and like the blazer over it, and they're in kind of like what looks like a little cigar room or whiskey bar. I mean, it has a bougie vibe to it, and the price tag is definitely a little bougie. There is I don't know if you can do it now, but there's a clip out there on YouTube that it was like their little pre-launch, and it was all of them. It was kind of behind the scenes. Yeah, I'll let you talk about that because I'll talk about everything else, and you'll see it out there. It was on Angel City's YouTube page if you guys want to check it out as well. But it's interesting. I bought the hat. That was the cheapest thing that they had, but it was really cute. I bought the
Currently
hat.
in my car, by the way.
Oh yes, I know. I wish I would have had it. I could have worn it for here, but I left it because, well, probably no telling what else I left there from that day. Some of my sanity. But there was a sweatshirt that I don't know if it will ever be cool enough in LA to wear that heavy weight of a sweatshirt. It is definitely great for Minnesota, Chicago, New York. So I don't know. It's a little heavy and it's $169. A little interesting there. But you could get a t-shirt. Who doesn't love a t-shirt? For the low price of $89, you too can get a t-shirt that says New Everyone Club on it. And I'm just going to pencil in on the bottom unless you're broke because I don't know. I don't know if we can do that, but
I have
yeah.
no chance. Okay, here it is. I found it.
Oh, did you find like the little thing? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
here we
very
go.
interesting. Just
Here we
like
go.
kind of, yeah, the behind the scenes. It looks like they're playing golf. They're in like a little bar. Like it is a bougie setting
Okay,
that I
Sarah
would.
looks hot. Let's be real though.
No, everybody looks great. I'm just not sure. I'm just curious of what, how many people this is reaching. Like what demographic is this trying to approach? Because,
I
don't.
really wish I could afford it because I think it's super cute.
Sure, the shorts are adorable too, and I think they were like $100, 109 or something. It was something crazy. It was see, look, if you watch the video, they're like
It's
drinking whiskey.
definitely high end.
Yeah, it's not like with the blazers over it, and like I said, there's like the necklaces. So go over to YouTube and check out the New Everyone Club behind the scenes, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Hey, if you like it and you can buy it and you can afford it, rock it out. It's cool. I love the message that's behind it of
Send
them
one to us.
saying,
Send to us.
huh?
Send it to us, please.
Yeah. Yeah, can you just hand us merch? We'll promote it on here. Believe me, I like it. I just unfortunately I need to pick up a few overtime shifts in order to have it. But anyways, it again, the message is clear, hey, everyone's included, no one is to be left out. The new um exclusive is to be inclusive, I think is what they had said in that. And I like that
Which I
message.
love.
So
I love what this stands for, like you
yeah,
said.
absolutely. I do love what it stands for. But I'm just gonna
I
have to.
just don't love the
Can I
placement.
just write it in Sharpie on a white t-shirt and be part of that club? Because that might be what I have to do.
This is how I include myself.
I've included myself, right? Anyways,
Boy.
moving on
Pain.
from that, let's go into something a little more serious. So,
Yeah.
on our last podcast, I think we had highlighted that the San Diego Wave were investigating an incident that happened at their stadium, and it was a fan who claimed to have been verbally, physically abused, possible racial slurs used as well. So obviously, they launched an investigation after
Mhm.
putting out a statement, and they came out with their statement. Do you want me to read it, Nina, or
Yeah,
just
I mean,
the?
it's mostly what we heard the last time we talked about this, where they don't condone blah blah
Well,
blah.
but it actually told you what they did to the fan,
Yeah, go
which
ahead, go
is
through it.
well, what they basically said was the club investigated the incident with the support of Snapdragon Stadium and other interviews that were conducted. And although witnesses did not corroborate the use of offensive racial language, they supported the report of threatening and physical behavior at the game. The fan was issued a warning by security during halftime. However, the behavior continued and escalated at the end of the match. The behavior of the Wave FC fan violated the club code of conduct, which prohibits behavior that is illegal, disruptive, threatening, or violent in nature, including verbal, physical, or virtual harassment of match officials, players, staff, and other patrons. As a result, the club has issued a lifetime ban of Wave FC matches and community events to the individual involved.
I mean, good
So,
on them for doing a lifetime ban. I mean, that takes a lot. And it's them
mhm.
saying, like, these aren't the fans we want.
Well, it's a zero tolerance at this point. Like it happened, you knew the rules. We're not going to stand for it. So anyone else who's going to come with that kind of attitude, certainly not going to stand for it either because you've seen our statement, you've heard it, and you've witnessed the actions of what could happen. These are not threats, these are not empty. These will happen. So hopefully no one else will have to endure this kind of harassment from anyone and we can all just go to a game and enjoy it for what it is. There's no reason to be hateful and physical or anything. You should just enjoy the game. And if there's somebody there that's bothering you, don't get physically, verbal. Don't get verbally or
Yeah.
physically, aggressive. Go and tell someone.
Go call
Okay, stop it there.
security, text security, do what you gotta do to protect yourself. But, you know, the
Yeah. So,
God,
anyways,
there's just no place for racism. There's no place for sexism in sports.
there's just
Like,
no need to
bottom line.
be rude and mean and disrespectful to one another, regardless of any of those things at the end of the day. We all love the sport. We want to see it grow. And the only way we're going to do it is to just shower it with positive vibes and keep this kind of stuff out of all of our stadiums.
All
All right.
right. Let's do something fun now.
Yep.
Transition again. There's that cool book that came out. So while we were walking around FanFest, talking to all the different club sponsors and having a good time over there, especially, at the wine station with Archer Roos.
We got to
we
reach out
were
to them.
we were actually very, very happy to also find somebody who has written a book on the U.S. women's national team and their history, complete with tons of pictures. It's a great coffee table book, and it's actually on sale for pre-order now.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book. Lots and lots of full color pages. Great to just like she said, sit out and have on your coffee table and just like flip through. It's a pre-order. It's on Amazon right now. We have a QR code, but we can also give you the link if you're interested. We can post something about it. But yeah, they were set up over the FanFest side, so there's some kind of association there with the club. So yeah, it was really cool. He was just walking around telling people about it, and when he heard we had a podcast, and we just mentioned like, oh yeah, we could say something. His eyes just lit up, like, you can do that. I'm like,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah, we can talk about this. We can put it out there because the only way we're going to get more content about our women and this sport and everything surrounding it is for people to can have continued interest in these kinds of things. So, we want to get the word out there. If you can, I don't know if you're watching right now, I could show it to you. It's on here. It's called Pride of Nation. I know it's hard because of the ring light, but it's really cool book. It's hard. It's very heavy. It's a
It's a great coffee table book.
So hit us up if you're curious on how you can get that, and we might be able to post something out there as well with a QR, and we'll try to tag them in it as well. But yes, if you want some good reading material, something to do in the off season once we are done playing, it'll be out. I think, when did we say? November 22nd. So
just in time for the holidays.
Even after we win the cup, it'll still be time to read the book. Hey.
Okay. Do you want to go through this game or do you want to talk playoffs?
Let's talk about the game. And then, because I feel like the playoff talk will make me feel a little better. Because if we talk about the playoff hopes and where we're at, then we've already just kind of put a damper on what this game is
left.
Yeah. So we can, yeah, you're taking the one little bit of like shred of decency I have left to talk about, which is hope, which they say it's the hope that kills you.
It is, though. It is.
But yes, let's dive
Let's
into it. We've put it off long enough. It's time to rip the Band-Aid off. And
where are
let's
the
go.
kittens? I need an emotional support kitten for this.
Oh, there are little battering rams right now in the door because I will not let them in because this is very important today and I don't need their distraction. Just saying.
All right, let's start with Racing Louisville and their lineup. We know Racing Louisville already mathematically eliminated from playoffs, but that would not stop them from putting out their best squad and trying their hardest here. We have starting in goal, number 1, Katie Lund. In defense, number 11, Emily Fox, number 4, Gemma Bonner, number 44, Satara Murray, and number 15, Julia Lester. In the midfield, number 2, Lauren Millett, number 6, Jaylene Howell, number 7, Savannah DeMello, and up top, number 27, Alex Chidiak, number 14, Jess McDonald, and number 22, Kristen Davis. And thank you, Louisville, for putting out a very good-looking lineup card.
What would you grade it, Nina?
I would give it an 8.5.
Ooh, okay. I like
for those
that.
of you who've been following my grading skills, is very good.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever given anyone an 8.5, so to give a card that, I'm very impressed. Can we talk real quick about an obvious person missing from their lineup?
Yeah. This one is big and sad.
Super sad, honestly, because I'm just so hopeful for her and everything that she has going on. But Nadia Nadim, which we have talked about a lot on our show about how impressive she is, her journey, from where she was to, getting all the way into the professional realm and NWSL, and then deciding that just wasn't enough and went and got her doctorate in, forget what she's doing. I was going to say, but she's a doctor.
Yeah. Do you think she can operate on herself or diagnose herself or
possibly? I mean, why not, right?
Yes.
But yes, she is missing. She tore her ACL. Super sad for her. But I guess if you're going to do it at the end of the season, there was no playoff hope. So, I mean, and she certainly wasn't a factor in this game. So I guess it wasn't a huge loss. Hopefully she can come back. I mean, it'll probably be towards the end of, unfortunately, closer to the middle of the season next year, I think, before she would be ready to return. But I guess I'll have a good idea where things are at that point. And who knows? I don't know. But anyways, keep an eye out for her.
Let me actually share this with you because this is why it gets the score it does. It's beautiful, first of all. It's perfect. We can read this. And then there's a second page. So you can see their positions here. It's got the way everybody else lays it out. But if you want their full names, you get it on the first page. Look at that.
So it's just a little flippy flip.
It's the best thing ever.
Oh, what did ours? How was ours? Was ours good or no?
Ours is an 8.
Really? Have they been pretty solid?
This is how I would do a lineup card if I had to do a lineup card for myself. I love this. I love the fact that there are 2. I love the fact that it's got full names listed. It's in order of position. And then I get their pictures and stuff on a second card. It's just everything you could want.
So go back to the other set. That's in order of positions there, right?
Yes.
See, I guess for someone like me who, if I needed to look at that for reference, I would like for it to be in order of number on one. That way, no, that way I could find them. Like I saw number 7. I'm like, where's number 7? And then I could flip over to that and be like, oh, midfielder. And that's her name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways, okay.
My session and you just interrupted.
Let's get into Angel City's lineup. All right, here we go. We are going to start off, of course, in goal. We've got Dee Harachich. We've got Jasmine Spencer, Megan Reed, Paige Nielsen, and Allie Riley, sporting the captain's armband. In the midfield, we've got Danny Weatherholt. And then we've got June Endo, Clarice Lebion, Carrie Riccaro. Up front, we've got Savannah McCaskill and Claire Emsley. They have it listed as a 4-1-3-2. Is that what you call it?
A little tired of the chaos that is our positions and who plays where, and we'll get into it a little more in the second half when we start making subs, because these positions and these formations are so intricate. Like, it's not easy to know what everyone's supposed to be doing as you switch between different formations, and then to add to the fact that players are playing different positions every minute that they're on the pitch. It's hard.
I mean, yeah, at some point you have to wonder how much the lack of consistency plays into their awareness on the pitch, and how, if there's communication issues based on one of those factors alone, is that a reason that sometimes our passing looks a little sloppy there in the midfield? Are people getting crossed up? What's happening in the midfield? But
not in the locker room, but one day I will be.
And then missing from our lineup was the same, basically our same peeps. We have Katie Cousins was out, I think. Hold on. Yeah, Katie Cousins was out. Sarah Gordon, Sydney LaRue, which
Katie Cousins basically had a season-ending injury at this point, because I think she's played 2 games for 2 minutes each.
I know. Also, Sydney LaRue, did you see her statement?
No.
So, apparently she was very upset about the way this all played out. It was not her plan, but I guess she had been battling for a lot longer than she realized a stress fracture in her foot. And so I think finally, with it not healing and it just constantly bothering her, and then I think that's why they had to put her in a cast and immobilize it, because it just was not healing the way that it should have. So I guess that was the final word. We've been wondering all along what kind of injury this was, and apparently it was a stress fracture in her foot that has been there.
What are we looking at? How long?
I mean, I don't think we'll see her the rest of the season. No,
the 1 game left. There could be playoffs.
You don't do that. I don't think so. I don't think she'll be match fit if one. I mean, her injury may be healed, but at that point, I don't think she'll be ready. She's been immobilized for too long.
How long does it take to develop a stress fracture?
I don't know. I mean, it could have been an injury that happened that, just the impact and everything of daily training and what they're doing just aggravated it and made it just get worse. I mean, it's just a weak spot in a bone that without proper immobilization will probably never heal and consistently cause just, that pain in that area. But anyways, that's what's happening.
All these injuries are a pain in one of my areas.
Right. So yeah, all you that are like, oh, San Diego this, San Diego that, they have not had to deal with, I mean, their top people are in there. They've been there from the beginning. They haven't wavered. We have consistently struggled with who's going to take on that role, and I still don't have the answer for that.
Oh, the frustration is real. Okay, let's get into this game because at least the beginning of the game was a happy time for me.
Yeah, I mean, it was happy in the sense that we were bouncing around. We were, they kicked off, and we were on our way to sunset and just, chit-chatting. And, it seemed like a good kind of, back and forth effort. Not a whole lot really going on. But it was really in that 14th minute where things just opened up, and we're just going to dive into it because we thought, let's just start this off with the positive.
Yes.
We're going to see Emsley make a great run down there on the right. And what she's able to do is pull off a bunch of the defenders in a way that really opens up some space for June Endo to be really open at the top of the box. And she, takes her, dribbles it in, takes her shot, and it bounces off, it deflects. And the deflection kind of throws the keeper off. And in that sense, it bounces back around and it just dribbles into the goal. And in Claire Emsley, she was there at the goal in case there was any problems with it. But thankfully for us, we got the bounce on that. And I did not know this until went back and looked at stats and everything that Savannah McCaskill was credited for that goal.
Interesting.
She was the one that deflected it. So
Okay.
June Endo kicked it. Savannah deflected it and it went in. So Endo got the assist, making that 2 on the season for her and giving Savannah McCaskill her 7th goal of the season.
Well, that's exciting. I don't mind that. Go McCaskill, go.
Right? I know. Hey, do it. So what a way to start this first game. I mean, so exciting. I think
you're thinking yes, this is going to be us, that we feel it. We're loving it. You have the adrenaline going and
felt all the energy. In the 17th minute, we're going to see DeMello. She's going to have a right-footed shot that thankfully collected by Didi. And then in the 18th minute, we're going to see Le'Veon take a shot, and it just misses outside the box. And man, what a treat that would have been, because we talked about on our last podcast that Le'Veon's parents were there to see her play live and in person. And man, I wanted that for her so badly. It was such a great shot.
Absolutely. In the 22nd minute, DeMello has a chance off of a corner kick, but that is saved by our girl Didi in goal. In the 23rd minute, McCaskill with a shot that's close, but then just misses the top right corner. We are taking our shots.
Yeah, we are. And that's the exciting thing. We're taking shots. We're making this game very interesting. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to come out fast. We want to come out furious on the attacking side. And we were. In the 32nd minute, we're going to see a corner kick. It's going to get off of the head of Recaro. It's deflected, and there's an Orlando defender right there in goal, able to head it out. It kind of bounces out a little bit. It got really close. It got really exciting there for a minute, but
you did,
unfortunately, unfortunately for us,
playing.
Right, exactly.
You said Orlando instead of Louisville. You pulled a Nina.
Oh my gosh, I did.
Why did Nina?
It's the stupid purple. It's the stupid purple. I'm just sitting here thinking, I wonder how many times I put that in my notes.
It's perfect.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, Louisville in the 37th minute, they're going to be able to steal a ball that is intended to be passed to Recaro. She tries to stick a foot in there, and unfortunately they intercept it. And we're going to see Davis take it onto the left side of the box. She's got a tough angle, and she's able to get a great shot. Rockets it into the back of the goal. Unfortunately, Didi can't do anything about it. And we are going to be level at 1-1 in the 37th minute. And you kind of feel the air kind of go, we did not want that. Yeah. I think we really wanted to go up a goal at the half. And that was not going to happen.
I was going to say, but at that same point, it's still so early, 1-1, whatever. In the 40th minute, Lester earns a yellow for a foul on McCaskill. And then the 42nd minute, there's a penalty in the box off a foul from Nielsen. And the 43rd.
Sorry, that's all I could do about that.
Chidiak steps up to take that PK, and it is good. This is not what we wanted. We are now down 2-1 as we're going into the half.
And that was her first goal of the season. Her first goal of the season. Interesting that they let her take that. I wonder if they were like, hey, we got nothing to lose. You try. Let's see what happens.
Just so frustrating because you went from scoring first to being down.
Yeah.
2-1 going into the half.
Quick. I mean, literally in 5 minutes, we went from up a goal to down a goal. And, that's hard. Yeah. That's hard to go into the half with that mentality because, you gotta dig yourself out of a hole now.
I know. And, this team, though, they're never ones to give up. So in the 46th minute, even before we go into half, there's a chance on a header from Recaro, but Le'Veon is called offside.
And if you see that picture of me and Nina where we are cheering loudly, unfortunately, that's what that was
That's
for.
what it
Because
was.
we
It was
were
the
right
outside.
behind the goal and we just saw it go in. And obviously, from that angle, you can't tell what's going on when it comes to onside or off.
Not
And
the
I
way
think we
I will
just
tell the story for the future.
exactly. We're
In the
gonna
future, I'm gonna tell my kids that was a goal.
we're gonna tell them that was the game-winning goal that won us the cup in the NWSL final. That's what that is. But again, it was Le'Veon, and we really, really, really wanted that for her. I mean, that would have been such a special moment, I think.
Yeah. Angel
No.
City are still going to come out strong, though, to start the second half. And then the 49th minute, it's Emsley with a shot, but that's saved by Lund and then followed quickly by 2 Angel City corner kicks even before the 51st minute.
Yeah, in the 51st minute, we're going to see Danny earn a yellow for a very sloppy foul. And then in the 54th minute, DeMello with a cross in the box, but no one is there, thankfully. And then the 58th minute, Danny is called for another foul, but she's going to have to start being careful. Come on. We cannot afford to lose anybody at this point, even if it's for something silly like, like these fouls. Like, we just couldn't do it. In the 58th minute, there's a small break. There's 2 girls that accidentally hit their heads, and we go into concussion protocol. But thankfully, both seem perfectly fine, and it is just a precautionary measure at this point.
Yeah, the referee definitely taking full advantage of her discretion there to make sure that they go see somebody because I don't know. It didn't seem too bad, but whatever. Better safe than sorry. In the 60th minute, Charlie is going to come in for Spencer, and that actually pushes Endo into defense. What?
Hmm.
What?
Interesting.
It's a choice.
It is a choice. How are we still feeling about Charlie being a sub in a game like this? Would you have liked to have seen her start the game?
I would have liked to see her come in before the 60th. I think 50. Like get
Yeah.
into halftime, let them think they're settled, and then well, bam, Charlie.
Yeah. At this point, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of
I
interesting.
love the Charlie fresh legs, fresh energy. I just love it.
Yeah.
Especially, I think maybe tactically, if you look and they don't make subs at halftime, especially on their defense or midfield or wings, then it's like, you thought you were tired before half.
We got something for you.
Here's a Charlie. Good luck.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I don't think we can ever go wrong with her starting. I think she's always good to do that with.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, was it a little too late at this point? I mean, should we have come out of the half with her and just like you said, say, all right, we're in it to win it. Like
Yeah.
this is what we got to do. We have to change and this is what needs to happen.
That's definitely the tough call right there. I mean, in the 61st minute, that's when we see Louisville make a sub and they actually bring in Ekich. And then in the 63rd minute, Emsley cuts inside, but her shot is easily saved. In the 67th minute, Angel City fans and players alike are all screaming for a PK, but the referee doesn't call it. Le'Veon was actually down in the box, and it's a hard call to make, but I think the referee got this one right. It does seem like it was shoulder to shoulder when I go back and watch the replays. And my frustration here is kind of with McCaskill, who almost stopped playing to yell at the ref. And it's like, girl, no, we got to get you back in there. Like, we were still on the attack. We're still in our attacking third.
Right.
If the referee's not calling it, there's no VAR. You're not going to get it by getting mad.
They're not going to say, oh, well, since you fought really hard and yelled and screamed, we'll change our minds. That's going to probably do the opposite at this point. So you're right. Play on, maybe you catch them off a little bit by them, kind of thinking about that play a little bit longer than they should. But either way, like you said, no PK called. We're going to go into the 71st minute. Louisville is going to sub in Goins for Davis. And then the 74th minute, there's a stoppage on the pitch. Le'Veon being forced to see the trainer for a ball that hit her shoulder and maybe a little bit of her head. So another, I'm guessing, precautionary concussion protocol? Is that what they were?
I can't even, like, with this, it kind of frustrates me because I get it. The referee is trying to make sure everyone is safe, but she took so long to kind of signal that. And even Le'Veon looked confused, like, what I do?
Right.
Like,
like this is not head concussion confusion. This is actual confusion.
yeah.
All right. Well, in the 75th minute, Donald gets a yellow for a foul on Endo. She's got an elbow up.
Yeah. Nice little
Yeah.
knock to the head there.
I know. What are we don't need to be doing that. Don't do that to our
Rude.
players.
Rude.
Rude, very rude. In the 75th minute, Weatherholt is going to come out for Swaby, and Lucy is going to come in for Recaro.
I mean, you've got the
Talk to
defensive
me.
sub getting Swaby in the back there, but you've also got the very attacking sub putting Lucy up top. It's just, oh, Mario. Hey, Mario.
Oh my gosh, it is literally like, I know, it's literally just like rolling the dice and throwing them out there and like, oh, that's what we got. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not sure how that felt about that, but either way,
Mario is in the chat with us on YouTube, and you can be too. If you're following us on YouTube, you'll get alerts anytime we go live to do our podcast, and you can comment in there. You can give us your impressions and things like that as well.
We would love, love, love to hear from you all. We're going to see Endo move up too. So what's our formation looking like right now with who we have in there? We've got Emsley.
Yeah.
Is she up
So
top?
that's what I was thinking about, honestly. It stayed actually pretty normal. Just put Swaby in where you normally would see Spencer, and then everybody else playing kind of in their true natural positions.
Right? I know.
Like the way it should be.
Tell him, Nina. You tell him. All right. In the 78th minute, Endo is going to get a ball up to McCaskill. Unfortunately, she heads it wide.
In the 80th minute, there's a foul called, and we have a kick from the top of the 18. Emsley steps up to take it, and she fires this amazing, powerful shot near post, but unfortunately saved by Lund. And then in the 81st minute, Charlie is like fully pulled down by Murray as she's about to beat her. She's trying to switch the ball inside, and as she's beating her, Murray just pulls her down, and it's a yellow card and another direct free kick in a dangerous area for Angel City. Emsley steps up to take that too, and it's the perfect ball. Absolutely
it's so
beautiful.
Good.
But and it happened so quick. Lund actually is able to get her hand to this, but on the backside, there were Swaby and Lucy crossing the box. So it was so close. If Lund hadn't gotten her hand there, I swear that would have been a goal. But the referee completely misses the fact that this was Lund interfering with it, and she awards a goal kick.
Oh, cool. Yay. Yay for us.
And actually, at this point, Lund has actually tied the NWSL record for saves on the season, and she still has a game left.
Wow. So their back line is not very good, is what you're saying?
Well, okay. So Katie Lund, 107 saves, 5 shutouts. Guess who's number 2 is?
Who?
Didi Herchich.
Didi.
70 saves. So it's not like it's close. It's not like Didi could win it unless she gets 38 saves in the next game, which would be ridiculous. We call that shooting practice.
How much is that a testament though to a team's backline, to where, let's say, I mean, Louisville's not even playoff bound, and she's obviously having to make all these saves. Like, they are clearly getting peppered with shots. I mean, that has to be a little bit of a testament to a team, even allowing that to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know at what point it goes from you're one of the best keepers because you're making all these saves to your backline has holes, because you've got Didi Herchich with 70, followed by Franch with 65, who we know is also good. Then McLeod for Orlando Pride with 65, and then Fallon Toulis-Joyce, Reigns keeper, with 64. So I feel like the sweet zone for you're a really good keeper is like 60 to 75.
Right. Anything above that, then it's like, well, you're just getting more shots because your back line's a little.
But man.
Yep.
Yeah. See, and Mario agrees. He says you can only be a top keeper if the back line isn't.
Yep. I know. Yeah, it is. It's definitely a double-edged sword at that point, because it's like, yeah, hey, I got all these saves. And so you look at your back line and be like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a hard position to be in, but
either way.
Game is trickling down.
Yeah, we're in the 90th minute. We're going to see Fox cross it into Ekich, and she puts it past a diving Didi. And I can't believe it. It's 3-1. It happened. Like, I know, I don't think you remember it. I told you we were bouncing around the stadium. We were fan appreciation day for this game, where we were going around visiting everybody. And I mean, we looked up and I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, really, this had to happen. This is, and maybe at that point they just kind of, they felt it. and it just
So
wasn't going to go
painful.
their way. I mean, it was a great shot. Unfortunately, not a lot you could do about that. But we're not giving up yet. We have 4 minutes of stoppage, and we do stay on the attack. But unfortunately, we do not find the back of the net, and that is what the final whistle is going to show us. That a final score 3-1. We're going to lose this one, unfortunately. And that is exactly what we did not want to do. It's only going to make our playoff push that much harder. But all is not lost, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go over some final stats, Nina.
Yeah, the stats once again kind of in our favor, but that goal line is what matters. We had 19 shots with 7 on target to their 10 with 6 on target. We dominated possession with 55% and had a 71% pass accuracy. Only 8 fouls for Angel City to the Louisville 15. Louisville earning 3 yellow cards to our 1. And Angel City with 4 offsides to Louisville's 2. Angel City taking 6 corners to Louisville's 3. Just ridiculous the way that these played out. And you know what? As we look through the stats, once again, it's like, what are we going to do? Louisville actually leading the league in yellow cards. They have 34 for the season and 241 fouls. Congratulations, winners.
You win that too. Most saves, most yellow cards,
most fouls.
Wow.
Well done.
You guys are just trying to beat up your team, and then when they beat you, you have to save the balls. Oh boy.
Or foul.
Yeah, they try, but unfortunately for them, they didn't make any of their fouls count in the way that our foul did, unfortunately. And that was one that could have changed the momentum of the game, unfortunately. So
very frustrating, especially considering how this does affect the standings. We are still in 8th place. We've talked about being in 8th before briefly, kind of hovering usually around 7th, but currently sitting in the 2 spots up for contention. In 5th place, Houston Dash. In 6th place, NC Courage. San Diego Wave have locked in their playoff spot. They are currently in 4th with Kansas City ahead of them. So there's still a lot of room for movement on this table, which is very weird to be saying with 1 game left for everyone. Everyone right now with 21 matches played. So we're all on the same level. We're all feeling the same stuff. But only Angel City, Chicago Red Stars, NC Courage, and Houston Dash fighting it out for those last 2 spots.
Answer me this, Nina. What is on the table? What is the tiebreaker for these? So if we have a team that has the same points, what is the tiebreaker? And there's a reason I'm asking this.
So everywhere I looked before this weekend had a different tiebreaker rule, which is really awesome because I love when I can't get accurate information.
Right.
The ones I have found most recently, the first tiebreaker is greater goal difference. So goal differential would be the first tiebreaker. After that, it would be most total wins and then most goals scored.
Okay. I was just
goal
curious.
The first one.
So then, having said that, if we go off of the the goal diff rule, if San Diego beats Courage, which we're all, like you said, Mario said it best, everyone's a Wave fan on Friday. If San Diego wins, they will be tied with Portland with 38 points. But I think Portland's goal diff is greater from if I remember correctly.
Correct. Yeah. Portland has the best goal differential in the league. They've got 25.
So San Diego at this point cannot win it, right?
Correct.
Which kind of sucks. I kind of wish they had that on the line because I feel like that would give them a little bit more like oomph to want to win.
Yeah.
Because there's a part of me that is like, I swear to God, if they purposely lose this game to ensure that we stay out of the playoffs,
that would suck.
That would suck. I'm not saying they would, but don't think for a second they're not all thinking, wouldn't it be fun if we're the only team in California that made the playoffs? I don't know.
I mean, I know we're both a little paranoid, but that would be really, really rude.
It would be very rude if that happened, and I don't think it will. But like I said, I really wish that a win for San Diego did mean something a little bit more than just second place for them.
But would you rather them be vying still for that first place spot? Like, I don't want to hear that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. They can't now, but They can also say we made the playoffs and you didn't.
God, it all sucks.
It all sucks. I know. And I mean, this is just things that I was thinking about. I'm just like, oh, are they.
I mean, it sucks because we really do need San Diego Wave to win. If they don't beat Courage, it's not good news.
No, it's not. Because if they tie and we win, what does that do? We still lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they would then
That's
have
32
32 points. We would only have.
That's what I thought.
We would have 32 as well, but our goal differential is a -2. Theirs is 13. So unless we win 16-0, yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
If we could win 16-0, if we could find a way.
Can we just make each goal worth 4 points? All right. So basically what we're saying, San Diego has to win. We're all Wave fans, and we have to beat Chicago. That will put us in the playoffs. That is the hope. That is not impossible. That is not out of the realm of possibility by any stretch of the imagination. That is 1,000% doable.
It's what we have to do. And we can't think of it just based on San Diego. But fortunately, or unfortunately, depending how you look at it, this Friday at by around 9:15, 9:30 p.m., we will know the result of that game. We will know going into Saturday.
Yes.
Or going into Sunday.
We will know
what
if
happened.
There's a shot, which kind of sucks because it's like, well, I mean, if there's no chance of playoffs, I mean, then it's just, for the glory at that point to just, go out with a bang. But
I mean, I feel like what league planners want to see, where we are literally the last game of regular season. We are the only team playing on Sunday. And if the Wave do win on Friday, how playoffs shape out will come down to the literal last game of regular season. Like, that's insane to me. That's Hollywood.
That's how it should be. So they should be definitely calling up San Diego and going, you guys better win because we really need this last game to be dramatic. Right?
Get it. Just
right?
Don't mess it up for us.
Don't mess with us, San Diego. Let's come together. let's be one for just one weekend. help us help you.
Oh my gosh, Friday is going to stress me out. But once we get past that, then it's all in our hands.
Yes, absolutely. And like Mario said, let's manifest a goal by each player on the field, including Didi. That'll get us up there with a tie if we need to. But at that point, I mean, yeah, that'll get us up there if Carolina does beat the Wave. But anyways,
there's some stress.
There's a little stress. We're all feeling it. There's hope, though. There's hope there because all is not lost. It's just, hey, it's Hollywood, baby. Could we really do this any other way?
And we've always said once playoffs hit, that's a whole different ball game. You never know what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
So
100%. Well,
the quote I have today, I feel like actually kind of encapsulates all that and then puts it into the feeling for how we're going to go forward. And this one actually comes from McCaskill. She says in the press conference afterwards, no one gave up, which was really encouraging as a group. And that's who we are as a club. It's really important to see those moments that even though we go down by a goal or two, we're still fighting. We're still pushing as a collective. And that's a really huge takeaway. So going forward from today, we need to keep pushing. We need to keep staying together as a group, as a club, as a team. We got to support our girls and we got to know we got this. It's not over. We can do it. Sunday will be the day.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm excited. This is going to be a long week.
Yeah. Nervous.
Whew. Deep breath, manifest all the goodness. We are still in this, guys. We can do this. And yeah, this is not our next to last podcast, right?
Nope. Never.
Okay. Never, how we like to sign off, right?
Bye.
Bye.
And here's our fluff. I don't know if we buy correctly when we do it over this.
We never listen. We should totally listen.
We should, but I
Anyways, tell me about your fingernail, Nina.
Okay, so I'm trying to have nice things. trying
Nina's
really hard.
anniversary. Nina's
trying-
anniversary is coming up, guys. She
I
wants her
know.
nails to look very nice.
I want to look pretty.
And they keep
And
falling off.
I'm trying so hard to keep these nice. I had 2 missing nails. I know, right? At the game on Sunday, I was missing 2 nails. So I've now taken care of that, and now I have 10.
You can open that.
But since I did it, I lost 2 and I put 2 new ones back on. I'm just like, oh, is there a kitty cat happening?
I mean, I don't know, but
Oh, she is trying to get the kitties.
they're definitely trying to get in, and I thought it's time to unleash the dragons. Oh yeah. They're all in here. Hopefully they won't jump up here and mess anything up, but
Oh, unlikely. If
Either
you go
way.
away suddenly, we'll know why. But yeah, just trying to keep something nice.
I know. Well, you're nice, so that's good.
Hey, at least I got that.
Yeah. Kittyville. I know.
Kittyville.
They're in here. Don't worry. Here comes Harry because, well, he can't stay out of here.
Yeah. But
There you
oh
go.
man, what a week it's been. I think the stress of the games. Hi, Harry. And all this chaos. It's a lot. And then on top of like work and life.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's been tough. But you know what? I'm so happy that we have this team to rally
Very
behind and to talk about. And, I mean, we've had a fantastic first season, however you look at it. I mean, again, another sold out stadium, 22,000. The atmosphere was incredible. It was so much fun. And again, I'm just so thankful that we get to do this. And I'm going to be very sad when it ends. Just hope it's not
never
sooner.
ending.
It's never ending. Well, you know what I mean. We won't have games to talk about. Hopefully, we'll have something to talk about. We'll have some fun interviews. I think we'll definitely do that.
We got a few things in the pipeline.
We do have some fun things that we're planning, and
Tell them.
I'm not telling anybody anything. I'm just hanging out with the kittens. So
yeah. All right. I got to eat dinner. It's like 9:00
here.
Oh, bye, Bubba.
You know who that is? That's Hagrid.
This is Hagrid. Yeah.
That's
You can
Hagrid,
tell
yeah.
by the white whiskers.
I know. He's a little disheveled, and it's okay. All right. Well, I hope that as someone found solace and comfort in today's podcast, I hope that that you guys can reach deep down and find some hope for our ladies and just manifest that into them and let them just know how much we love and support them and can't wait to cheer them on in hopefully a playoff game, our first ever.
I believe.
All right. I believe. You believe. We all believe.
Let's do it.
Time to go.